Here we go. Check it out, guys. I actually remembered to not have it showing our cameras right away. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's awesome. I'm assuming we have sound. Do we have sound?
Yes, we have some.
Cool. What the? Super, super weird. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we are back again with this little bag project that we've been doing. This is like what, the fourth one to this? So this is kind of cool. Um, Let's switch to this. Um, I'm a little bit off center here today. My brain is just completely crazy. I'll explain that in a bit. But before we get too far into this, let me just remind everybody that we have the secret word game is back. All you have to do is chat, say the right word in the chat, and the bot will come in and he will tell you that you have won these lovely bracelets. One was made by myself, and the other was made by my Newt Craft, who is joined us here today. That's awesome. All right. We can't have Mandy Cam right now. And it's Mandy's here. Say hello.
Hello, I'm here.
So she's there, but we need her phone because her father just had a weird medical spell where he sort of he kind of passed out really. I mean, he became unresponsive. That's the best way of putting it. He became unresponsive. So we had to take him to the hospital. We didn't know what was going on. And they've told us that the x-rays are clear. They've told us that everything seems to be okay. But they were doing a, what was the thing they were doing? The CT scan? Was that the last thing that you had to do? Honey? Oh, she might be on the phone. So yeah, they were doing like a CT scan, brain scan, whatever. And if that's clear, then they're going to send him home. So she needs her phone for that. We normally use her phone for the Mandy Cam. And I just realized that my next string actually needs to be replaced. So give me a second. The advantages of having an airplane trolley that, oh, wait, that's not the right color. It's close. Hang on. I can actually roll this thing around so I can actually spin this so I can see. I thought that this group of color here was the same one. It's slightly off. I had some strings set aside, I thought, in case this happened. It's so weird. It's like, nope. Yeah, I had no idea that this was like the next one, like last week when we left off. I just left it because I didn't want to like run ahead or anything. Man. I don't know which totes that Mandy got the strings out of. And this is what happens when you have a ton of string. All right. Yeah, the fact that Mandy's gone silent is possible that the hospital is called. So there we go, matching color. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, this has been it's been a little crazy. We got a little it's been a little stressful to say the least. Um, because we were in the middle of having dinner when he was off to the bathroom. He was going to have a shower and everything, and all of a sudden we could hear the helper, you know, like trying to call his name and like trying to get a response, and you could hear her voice starting to break in the sound of like, like she's about to cry at any second now, and he's not responding, and so I came running to see what was going on, and he's just fallen forward, and there wasn't like the normal signs of a stroke, like the droopy face thing or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't know quite what happened. They're saying that it could be just a side effect of the dementia, the Alzheimer's thing. That's a possibility, which I didn't know that that's even like a thing. Like that's apparently you can just drop off or something. I don't know. That's really weird to me. Um, Mind you, my father died of a heart attack like 15 minutes after feeling pain. He was gone. He was passed. My mom had cancer, so she was, you know, fairly normal person until, you know, she basically, it took her. So all this kind of stuff is completely out of my league. I have like no idea what to expect or what is normal or any of that. So yeah. How is 8 Ball not responding to my Newtcraft? That's weird. So 8 Ball's alive but quiet? She did the thing right? Rainbow, did my Newtcraft do the thing? It's just exclamation point, right? There's no. Is there something missing here? I'm so confused. So, anyways, that's what's going on. It was a relatively nice day today. Everything was going smooth. Everything was, copacetic. I don't know. Suddenly, it just totally went crazy. Yeah, I was honestly while we were up at the hospital, which was like 7:30, so just a few hours ago. Um, I was contemplating doing, a video short to explain we're at the hospital and no live stream and sorry guys. And but I decided I would wait and kind of hold off and see how things played out. And yeah, it worked out okay, I guess. So so hopefully you guys are all having less eventful days than we are. Like I said, it's well, it was like I said, it wasn't bad up until just a little bit ago. So
So I just got another call from the hospital, and doctor says that dad's good to come home, essentially.
wow. So I guess we're sort of in a back to normal state over here. Yeah. The bot is being mean. Why is the bot mean? Wait, try saying something to like, I don't know, say Discord.
Say Discord.
Not like out loud on the keyboard to see whether or not the bots
Oh,
are responding. Because the bot said it was active. Do I need to open up? Okay, that was really weird. That stream elements popped up as the moment the I logged in. Like so, and there's a red circle around my user thing. So it's like it knows that I'm streaming. Wait, okay, now try doing type in something clever shop or something. Hey, it's
there
back.
we go.
Yeah, I wonder if it's there's nothing that ever says that like I have to be logged in and whatever, but apparently maybe you have to do it periodically at least because I didn't have this open last week for sure. So I don't know. Hello. I don't know how to say your name. In no, no, I have no idea. I'm not gonna. Oh wait, does this mean that we can put the Mandy cam back on?
Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, so dad in all of his confusion, when he finally kind of came to at the hospital, he wanted to know like who brought him there and what the heck was going on and called and asked as much like like as if we didn't have his permission to take him to the hospital. Well, how dare us take him to the hospital? And like without realizing like he had to been out of it for him to have gotten to the hospital without knowing. Just kind of goes to show like just how far his mind has gone and how just weird and irrational he is. Uh, so this bag may possibly get done tonight. I don't know for sure. I kind of feel like it could be close. I don't know. I have no idea. With everything else that's been going on, who knows? So this is just in case anybody is like coming into this thing late. Essentially, this only uses left and right knots. Um, the making this a really, really beginner friendly kind of bag if were looking to do something along this line. It has 96 strings. They're all doubled up. The loops are 12 strings, and there are 8 of them. What? Why? I did it. I think, I think I'm being told to do this again. This is the secret word game. I, I really confused. I did this before. I don't know. I'm so like I haven't already said it. My mind is completely just frazzled. I was just at the hospital just an hour ago. So yeah, I uh I drank a number of um uh caffeinated beverages, which you would think would probably help me along a little bit. I don't know, not as much as I'd hoped. Um, I'm sure that I'm going to charge a lot less for it than it's probably worth. Um, I think this came up in our last live stream. Hang on. I will click over here. Desktop. Shop. All products. Bags. So this is my website, akaawol.com. I have all kinds of stuff. And because I'm using a VPN, it's going as USA over here. So like $38. And this size bags I've been selling for 38 USD. So we change that to Singapore dollars. It's 51 Sing. So yeah, not terribly bad. Obviously, it sort of makes the deal a lot sweeter for the Americans. Not that I intended it to go that way. It's just it is your thing. By right, I'm imagining that something like this should probably sell for more, but I think I worked it out like this. There is essentially 8 bracelets um, worth of material going into this, and it might go a little bit longer than a regular bracelet, but it's 8 bracelets, and then so I think I just did the math to make it, that around that price of what 8 small bracelets would be. Yes, that's true. I That'd be kind of should figure out a way of like being able to introduce the secret word game when people arrive. Like that would be kind of cool. Like I'm not sure I can make it a trigger per se. I don't know. Oh, I could make it like a one of the word things where like when you type in shop and it gives you the links, I could make it a thing like that. Yeah, but they wouldn't know what they were getting, right? Okay. I'm finding solutions and already finding the problems to my solutions. So go figure. Um, so this is the 4th stream? Is that is that right?
I think so.
Give me a second here. I can probably figure this out. Um, go to all tutorials. I I can actually give you a really close estimate. Well, not even just an estimate. I can tell you what the number is. I just need to find the right web page for it. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Wow, I've done a lot of posts since I came up with the pattern to this. There it is. So back to the desktop. So this was the first live stream. That was 2 hours. That was that. This is the next live stream. That was 3. And then this was 3. So 3, 6, there's been 8 hours so far. Just, well, a little bit more because we've been working today, but that's it. So 8 hours. Ooh, my new craft. That's a good idea.
Okay, camel's on.
Oh, okay. Hang on. There it goes. All right, I can minus this down, and I can add a Mandy. Yay! So there's a couple of things working against me over here. This is so weird. Okay, so the first one is that the having had Pepsi and stuff, my leg is going like a super fast one of those oil rig things. And so that like I am completely jazzed up. That's like it's totally an ADHD thing, I'm sure of it. Um, and for some stupid reason, something has happened and suddenly um something is causing my nose to feel like I'm around fuzzies or something terrible. I don't know what it is, but it's really bad. All right. So now I need to send this string that we added up through the thing. Yes, it's nice to have Mandy back. I was actually kind of like when she didn't respond earlier, I was like, "Oh no." Because I wouldn't be able to there would be no way for me to like go and well, I guess I could have put things on hold and gone over there if it was a case of um she like got disconnected or something and didn't know. But it would have really messed things up. So what I had to do is I just had to rotate this around. So this is the area we were just working on. And then this down here is where it comes to an end. And this is the area that we deemed last week. This is the area that's done. We already have like a knot in those strings. So I can get this resituated on the board. And take all the strings that we're not using and kind of run them off to the side, which you can't really see, but I have a clip on the side of my board over here, and all the strings we aren't using go that way. Yeah, it could be haze. It could be, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Something though is making me keep claw at my face. And I'm sure the more I touch my face, just the worse it gets. Yeah, it could be from it, but it didn't bother me last week. So if it was the strings, you would think that that would be a constant. So unless the strings, I don't know. I don't. So yeah, this pattern, by the way, so the pattern is available obviously over my website. You saw that there's a whole page dedicated to it. I keep adding the various, like if I share pictures of it on Instagram or if I do another live stream for it or whatever, that's all getting added up onto the one page. So you guys are like welcome to go over there and check it out. And like I said, this pattern is really easy because the colors are just sort of moving in a woven type thing, and then it's got this kind of a bluish color that is like a grid around these other colors. And like so like here I just have to do these 4 knots going to the right, and then I will do the dark one is a solid row, like this is, so this is 2, and then the next one to it does, the same, like 4 going across, and then the solid is there. So this is like what, 4 rows of doing the 2, and then it's back to doing 2 the other direction. So it's really super super easy, guys. Like this is, it's such a fun one because you get to use all the leftover strings. You don't need a lot. I mean, you could for sure like use fewer colors than we did. We did the math on this, like how many colors it was, right? I don't remember what
Mm-hmm.
it was. Do you remember what it is?
65.
There's 65 colors in this one. So, and obviously, if you make the bag a little wider to be able to, like, say, fit phones and that kind of stuff in it, then you could use even more colors. Why do I need a 65 on my hand? Oh, because of the numbers. I don't know how many strings. Yeah. Seriously, if you knew how many other like things that are going on, I am busy trying to figure out what the next bracelet designs will be for the videos. I'm editing videos. I'm um, making the web pages. I kind of do most of the stuff except for the kumis. So like I'm already busy thinking about like how I'm going to get the strings ready to get the next bag going, because if I don't do that soon, I won't have left Mandy enough time to get those kumis made. and that would be a real problem. So we can't do that. Yeah, yeah, that's about it. And yeah, I've been so busy. Like I've been having a hard time finding time to see what is even going on in the news because I love kind of seeing what's happening and there's so much weird stuff going on. Like holy cow. I just found out the boy in Michigan who shot and killed like four people and wounded a bunch of others in a high school. He was like 15 years old. Um, is basically going to get life in prison, which is as far as Michigan will take it. They don't execute people. So but yeah, he's probably going to get life in prison. And I just think he's such a young man to face life in prison. Just wow. But apparently he he was doing things where um, I don't know if he had like an iPad or what kind of a device they let you have in prison, but um, he took the device and kind of jailbreaking it from the constraints that were put onto it so that he could see horror or gore or gross stuff. And so the judge pretty much is like, there's something wrong with this boy. And, and he's obsessed with this kind of stuff. And so they're just like, he's not being in jail is not going to make him a better person. He's something really wrong. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know what kind of device it is. I don't know how that even works. I've never even heard of this sort of thing before. You can look this up. It's in, I want to say Holland, Michigan. No, not Holland. What was, it's to the north of where I lived. Um, Hang on. Now I have to actually look this up. It's license. Oxford, Michigan. There we go. So yeah. Oh, and so that just reminded me. My need to actually go look that up is far worse than most of you guys probably imagine. The other night, I actually lost sleep because I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a song and I realized I don't know what they say in the song. And of course, because I don't know what the words are, I'm like, how do you look that up? And it's like, it sounds like maybe he says, turn it up, da 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 da, turn it up, or turn the rock, or it's something weird, right? So I have like no idea what this song is, and I laid in bed for hours, absolutely losing my mind over this. I get up in the morning, I can't let it go. I did all kinds of searches. I did all kinds of things to try to figure out what the heck. And we lost Mandy there. And I somehow managed to um,
I'm still here.
you are. I don't know why you're not on the camera though. The the thing isn't connecting to you. Anyways, finally did the search. The stupid word the guy is saying is murderer, which I had no idea. It was like a kind of a wholesome kind of song. I don't remember what it's called anymore, but yeah. Weird side note of crazy ADHD. Yeah. I had to know what that song was though. It's all right, hang on. I know I can find it because I'm a computer. It's gonna be like uh, it's in a camzo. Here Comes the Hot Stepper is the name of the song. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, in a Kamazo? I have no idea, man. Yeah. Oh, and I tried typing in the whole na 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 na, and that did not get me anything on a Google search. So, grr. Yeah. Who knew that the guy keeps saying murderer like all in the song? Like I it seemed so wholesome. It's just a fun kind of dance song. I thought it said turn it up. Actually, when I did the search, I did something about um I don't know. I think I hit one of the other lyrics and turn it up. And like Google's like, dude, here, just is it this one? I'm like, yeah, that's it. Right. When I have a song problem, go to Rainbow. When I have a sitcom problem, it was one of the other gals. I can't remember her name, but yes. Yeah, I'm not sure that like losing sleep over songs is normal, but it definitely, oh my God. Yeah, my the thing over here, honey, says that it could not connect. It's like it knows that you're there. It's actually identifying like the thing, but it's like it can't connect.
Mm,
Are you on 5G?
yes, I double checked.
Okay.
Okay, let me reboot my phone or something.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I tried singing to the thing. Oh my God. So yes, I did the whole na 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 to well, I didn't have the app. I did the what there was a web version of that I looked up on Google and yeah, I tried singing to it and that didn't work out. But my obviously you've heard me singing the na 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 part and yeah, I'm not really good. Shazam. Hello, Dana. Um so yeah, and I have no idea what prompted that song. Like why I was I was just in bed sleeping. I wake up because I don't know the lyric of a song. Like how messed up is that? Like I maybe it came on Spotify, but I can't verify that. I have no idea where the prompt came from. Like what suddenly sparked the whole need to know thing. It was so weird. I don't know. Yes. Yeah, I don't even know which. Oh, so anyways, I did try to sing to my phone and the thing was like it said it was looking to figure out what the song was, but it never got back to me. Am I missing more stuff? Hey, we have a
Hey,
Mandy cam. We got Mandy back.
finally.
That's weird. Why did the bot come say it's back
That's the
on?
second or third time it's done that.
Why is it? That's weird. Why is Bella sitting on lettuce? That's definitely strange. Maybe she
Ah,
already
shit.
thinks it tastes
I've
like
got a
ass.
call.
Okay. Yeah, so despite all the distractions, I seem to be doing okay with getting these these little directional square things in the right order. Again, the pattern really just is perfect for, you know, me and my smooth brain because I guarantee you, you wait, watch. Some of the bags that we have in the future videos are going to make me crazy. We're gonna probably have to do things like open up GIMP and cross off what's been accomplished already because it's going to be hard. How many diamonds are we away from finishing? I don't know. Not. We're getting close. There's going to be with this little area here. When this little area, can this go a little higher? Hang on. Let's see if we can give this a skosh upwards. Okay, so this little area here, when this one's done, 2 of the 4 areas will be complete, right? Of the things coming down. So that's be 2 out of the 4. That just means there's one more sort of diamond that gets created, and then I do the work of turning it inside out and sealing it up. So not much. Oh, I didn't mention. I don't know if you guys can see the little thing down there. Let me hit the button over here. Take a look at that. We are at 2,785 watch hours so far. So that is super awesome. We jumped up quite a bit from last week. Um, so that's awesome. So everybody who's doing playlists and stuff, like keep it up, guys. That is, you guys are seriously helping me to get to the big goal of getting this thing monetized because well, one, I wouldn't mind this to be my job. Two, if we get this thing monetized, I can do way more giveaways. I haven't figured out how to yet because I'm kind of a little bit worried about how that kind of stuff works. Because if you like post things online, say, you know, you're a winner, you could have a whole boatload of people all respond to it and be like, yeah, I'm that person. And how do you verify? I don't know. Like, There's certain like parts of the whole thing that I haven't quite gotten yet, but I'm going to work on it and try to figure out ways of making it as fair as possible. So that's, I got time. We're still a ways away from there, but it's getting good. We keep this up. We'll probably hit the monetized thing, like around the new year, basically, is my guesstimation of how long it's going to take. So that would be awesome. Who knows? Maybe we can hit it sooner. Like if you guys all just started like doing playlist after playlist. Like some of the longest ones are like obviously the live stream playlist, and then there's a thing I noticed um where it's like it'll play all the videos, which it's it's really weird because if I'm in the studio part of the YouTube, it says there's like 400 plus videos, but then when you look at the all videos for like the playlist thing, it's just over 300. So I don't know. I have no idea. And the bot's back to running. Is the bot like trying to get in shape and like he just really wants to everybody to know like, hey, check me out. I'm exercising. Is that it? Yeah, I don't. So the crazy part is the when I finally get this thing finished, normally Mandy's the one that does the little knots to actually seal up the bag. And I was like halfway tempted to like doing the whole sealing up the bag live, but I don't know if I want to do the little square knot things. We'll see. I don't know. That's awesome. Yeah, we had pizza here tonight. We had Little Caesars. We got the Supreme. I love the Supremes. It's like green pepper, onion, pepperoni, mushroom. I don't know. Awesome. Yeah. Not to be confused with pepperoni or not pepperoni, the pineapple on the pizza. It was, what was it? Honey something?
It was hot honey, like spice infused honey.
Yeah. Which happens to come from a pizza place who took a lot of their inspiration from Detroit style pizzas. Buscemi's is one of their inspirations. So that's where they got their deep dish ones from. Because we've had a few pizzerias here that tried to do like New York style, which they horribly don't get right. Um, and then, but suddenly this Detroit one, this is like, wow. It does. Oh, yeah. See, I like mead. I like mead a lot. Um, there's like one place I can think of where I can get mead at a fairly decent price. And you know, I was thinking about being in that area in the near future. Maybe I should get myself some. Yeah, I don't like there's sometimes it's okay. It's when they start messing with putting weird stuff in wine, I don't know why do people do that? 67. Not that late. Closer to the midpoint, sadly. Mead is it's like a wine that's got more mm, I don't know, more of like a whiskey-ish kind of thing. Yeah, I agree. I mean, granted, I do like scotch, but if I like to still be able to walk and perform and be sort of, okay, this is like the more subdued drinking. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Makes sense to me. The okay, I think the old saying was like back in my high school days was that wine is fine, but whiskey's quicker. Um, but there are times where maybe we don't want to go that quickly into the abyss. Oh, something else I discovered today. So okay, mind you, I don't know if you guys can see, I have like the over the ear um, headset on, which has been playing some fun music. I just was listening to Pantera, which is amazing. Haven't heard them in eons. Um, but I just found out the Beastie Boys did sort of like funky, jazzy, no lyrics in the song kind of stuff. Like all the Beastie Boys stuff I ever heard was rapping. What the heck? I just, that was absolutely new to me and I had a lot of fun with it. And I suspect I'm going to go back and try to find more of that stuff because that was a lot of fun. I'm sure that Rainbow knows all about that one, but I just learned. I don't know. The first time I was like, wait, who is this? Like Beastie Boys? What? No, crazy.
That's home.
I wonder if I can get my this phone to do the thing. It's so weird.
Seems okay.
I can't log into the cameras. It's like all the there's like no devices and it's showing up in any of the rooms. don't know. Something's wrong with my phone. He had to reboot. Speaking of, I'm trying to get the Mandy cam back. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't even completely eat my dinner here this evening as a result of all of this craziness. Yeah, sort of mid pizza. Kind of grabbed everything up, threw it in the fridge, and ran out the door. Did you ever eat more?
Mm-mm.
Well,
After the stream.
I I'd had two slices before we left, and I had one more slice right before the stream started. So yeah. I'm I'm functioning off of the caffeinated beverage, which I'm not mentioning the name. You guys may catch glimpses of it, but they don't sponsor me, so until they want to sponsor. Which, by the way, I don't get why the brand doesn't show up very often. Like when I go out, um, if I get thirsty and stuff, I do look for this. I do like the particular brand a lot. Never seem to find it in the supermarkets, though. I don't understand. Two slices of pizza sounds like a lot. What? I typically eat four slices of pizza. That's like my normal dinner-ish amount. And then, yeah, like the after party, I'll have like two more. We are almost done with this section. There's just this little three strings down here. This is like a solid row. This is going fast. Yes, I am trying to buy candy corn. I don't know. You guys probably haven't seen this, but I have been looking around recently for candy corn, and the things that are popping up are bags of the Brock's candy corn for over $100. Like somebody has lost their freaking mind if they think that candy corns are going to sell for $100. It's absolutely. Nope, it's still going. In fact, wait, don't check the thing. Live stream. How is stream health? Stream is healthy. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go. I've been told to check cold storage, but cold storage is no longer in my neighborhood. So it's gonna end up being something I do on one of my days where I head down to the city. And I was thinking of going down to like Plaza Sing area, but if I'm like on Orchard Road, I can possibly go to that other store that has the mead and get myself a little bottle of that and wander around, have a little sippy sip, and then walk along some more. Sounds like a lot of good time. What a veggie friendly version? It's only got paraffin wax, the sugar stuff
Gelatin.
from oh,
A lot of them use gelatin.
is it?
Hmm.
I was gonna say there's not a whole lot of stuff in it. I like candy corn, and it's okay. So I'm gonna admit this now. I am setting myself up to do a bit. I want to do a very. I have a very funny um one of the video shorts in mind, and I need Halloween candy. And for me, the most iconic Halloween candy is the candy corn. Mandy has suggested that I could go ahead and I could try the Reese's Pieces or some of the other stuff, but that's not Halloween. That's anytime. You can get that stuff all year long. There's like certain candies are strictly seasonal, and to me, that's one of the Halloween candies. So, and it's you know, if I was gonna go get Butterfingers, like the little tiny Butterfinger ones, those are good.
Butterfingers works too.
Yeah, I can kind of understand and relate to the whole gelatin thing. Like, okay, not that I'm like vegan or anything else, but it does kind of freak me out when I found out like where that comes from. It was one of those how it's made shows or one of the I don't know Discovery Channel type thing, and yep, that pretty much destroyed me. Mind you, I never liked Jello, so I don't know. No, it's not bugs. It's bone. It's the cattle industry when they get done pulling all the meat and everything off, they have all the bones and they clean that all up and then they dip it in acid and that's how you get the gelatin from it. It's really creepy. You can make candy corn yourself? Do you get all the colors too? How do you how do you make them little? Because candy corn's just little things. They're cute. I can't imagine how you get to shape it with all the colors. Like, do you really have ADHD if you can eat candy corn by just popping the whole thing in your mouth? Like, like, don't you have to like eat it color by color? Oh, the coloring. Yeah, I think most of the stuff is all artificial now. I don't think we actually, because somebody, what was the other bug one that just recently everybody was having a hoopla over, and apparently, oh, imitation vanilla. Somebody was trying to say that that was like a bug related thing or whatever, but it's now completely artificial and they don't use that stuff. Gelatin's from cows, cow bones. Yeah, they come in on great big train cars and end up in this factory. So I don't know, like it was a really, probably saw it in the 90s. It was like one of those yeah, I don't know. It was one of those like educational shows, and I love that kind of stuff. Mind you, I've eaten bugs, you know. I've tried crickets. We've tried various things in, like while we were in Thailand that they have. It bugs don't really freak me out that much. Not saying that
I
I
do
really
not
kind of
remember
want to,
trying exotic creatures in Thailand.
yeah. But I mean, like I'm not prepared to like turn bugs into the full course meal. Um, because they're talking like that could be a thing in the future when, farming is too much or whatever. But um, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's so I can imagine that once upon a time, long, long ago, that there were a lot of things that we used animals for in various ways that um, are probably no longer economically sound when we can produce colors and dyes and things just using other sciences and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, but the ye old way didn't hold the colors very well. Like they would fade and look like crap in no time. So yeah. Oh man, that does happen. What's cinnabar? Did I tell you that once upon a time I ate the crickets because I had a survival book and I was gonna go like try to have a backpack and hike from like Montana to Florida and do all this stuff. And so I was trying to learn all these survival tips, and one of the things they were saying is, you know, bears can get fat off of eating bugs and grubs and all that kind of stuff. And I was a little squeamish and I couldn't I lived in a sort of city, so there wasn't like a whole lot of bugs just, available. So I went to a pet store and got the crickets where like they normally sell it for like feeding tarantulas and that kind of stuff. And I went home and I did it. And I realized what would have been hilariously fun was to go into the store. So go into a pet store, make sure that there's only one employee working. Tell him that you want a dozen crickets. And when he gets ready to tie up the bag, say, never mind, you don't need to tie it up. I'll eat them here. And just start snacking on them because nobody's going to believe the story he tells to anybody else. He's going to lose his mind and nobody will believe it, and you get to walk away and just mwahaha. From a mercury sulfide. Ooh. I was trying to think, did I do any of that kind of stuff when I was in school? But back when I was in school, I think I would explain this. My parents were religious and didn't let me participate in such things. And so I never did Easter eggs. I have no idea if they, I have no idea. I was exempt from a whole bunch of various things. Mind you, I was still creative. Uh, I had learned how to fold paper and do things where you can make box shapes. And one Christmas, they were playing with the like a construction paper, and they were making Santa Clauses with red and white paper. And I envisioned a red and white car because, like, back in the 70s and stuff, that was sort of a thing, a red car with the white top, like the soft leathery top kind of thing. So I built the box based on the size of a wooden spool, right? Which is, they're about that thick and, the yay long or whatever. So I built the car to fit a spool in there. And if you take a rubber band, a bobby pin, and like a piece of a toothpick, you can wind up a spool with the rubber band going through the middle of it and turn that into like a little engine that propelled the car. And yeah, so I got the whole thing put together, and the teacher's like, okay, so what do you got over here? And I showed her, and I sent the car cruising, and everybody lost their mind. That nobody wanted to make Santas anymore. Everybody wanted to make cars, and the teacher like had to fight to get control over that again. And no, 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 we're not. Nope, nope, that's not what's happening. We're not making cars. Everybody back to your Santas. Just ignore the religious boy. Like, nope. Yeah. Oh man, so Spotify keeps, what the heck, man? They just had Japanese, tried to give me Japanese music. Now they're giving me, I don't know, even know what the heck this is. Who's who's a band called Visa? The hell is that? Nope. So weird. Periwinkle shells, huh? Yeah, I've always thought about like how it would be neat to like dye my own strings and use natural things. I think it's a cool premise, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to deal with all of that kind of stuff. Like that just sounds like a lot of work. Might be kind of cool though, I guess. I don't know. If I was going to do that, I think I would want to also make it hemp as opposed to cotton because Hemp supposedly is better for the environment as far as not needing pesticides and um, all that kind of stuff. It's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 6, 10, 11, 12. All right, so this area is done too. I'm just putting a real light knot around those strings so that way I don't make a mistake and go over them. All right. So this is the last area here. Here to here. Right? Is that right? I'm very confused as to how much there is to do. Not much. So hang in there, guys. I know I'm like spinning things around and it's probably making people a little seasick. I don't mean to. I'm just trying to figure out where I am with this thing. All right. So confused where that's going. Not seasick. Nice. I don't understand. If that's 2, shouldn't this... Something's not equating right, and I don't understand what's wrong. I'm wondering if I did my math wrong. Uh-oh. Wait. $24. I don't even know how to ask the question to get to know if I have the math right. How long should each one of the sides, if there's going to be 4 diamonds at the base of this thing, each would there be? I think I've done something wrong. I was thinking there's 8 of these loops, so it should be 2 loops worth, right? Which would be 24 strings to each one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 24. There's 24 things on each of this. So why is this diamond area over here so huge? There's more than 4 this way, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Something doesn't make sense. Can you see what's here? There's 3, 6, 12. There's 12 strings here and here for this diamond. So that's 24. So this one here, that makes 48. So this just has to come down. Why is that? It just doesn't seem right, and I don't know why. I'm gonna really freak out because I don't know what song is playing, and if it's Panic at the Disco, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. No, it's Incubus. Okay. Now it wants to give me K-pop. Wait, let me turn the black and white thing off. What the heck, man? All right, this is better. Yeah, I'm gonna be really upset if I like get to the this part of the triangle. It can't be right. There's something wrong. I already know. I don't even have to get to the end to know that something's wrong. It's not equaling out properly, and I don't know why. Oh, see, this is what's not fair. When you get to go into the future and you start seeing this stuff, you ruin all the surprises. I mean, have you guys seen some of my thumbnails? I could show up like that. I need to figure out why this isn't working out mathematically, and I don't know how to give you guys the right numbers to work from to help me figure out what's wrong. And I'm really freaked out that like this is going completely wrong, and I don't, but I know it's wrong. I know it has to be wrong because if there's only supposed to be four diamond things coming down. Wait, what? I have whiteboards. I've forgotten where I put my dry erase pens. Ah, okay. This is everybody gets to chime in and help me with this, right? There are 96 strings. Right now, I have two things like this that have 12 on this side, 12 on this side, 12 on this side, 12 on this side. So there's 24 and 24. So that right here is 48, right? So that's half of 96. So there should just be, wait, so what happened to the other side? Now my pen's dying. So I still have a big piece up here. So this, oh, I've got two more diamonds. That's why. I have one big stretch and then one smaller one. That's where it's not making sense. I thought there was just one piece came in to get the other things. Okay, wait, yes, my my brain was not having it because it just didn't. Okay, so we kind of know how much there is left to do, and it's not much. Be a lot faster if I wasn't like having mental breakdowns. Yeah, it's weird because like I can do so many weird, like cool mathematical, like adding things to like how certain bags have, like a flap in the envelope style and all those different things. Like I can put together the shapes and I can do all kinds of stuff with it. Um, but I have to like see certain things to make it work in my head. Like it doesn't, it's not an automatic thing. I don't know. I can't, not sure I can even explain that well. So yeah. So basically I need to bring down one segment here, which will be 12 strings, bring them down to this endpoint here, and then there'll be just one small block at the end. So it all makes sense now. Oh, unfortunately, the strap for this bag is in the other room. I could have shown you what that looks like. It looks really cool. I need to make a video short of how it was done, but that's another day. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to make everybody confused. Why is the 8 ball dyed? The stream elements say. Seems like it knows I'm there. Yeah, it knows I'm live. I am really. Oh man, so much of what I do actually uses math. Like there's a lot of it. Um, but it's sneaky math. It's like it doesn't feel like math at the time, and then you're like, wait a second, that's you know. Well, good night there, my new craft. Thank you for hanging out with us. I don't even know what time is it. 11:30. I'm sorry. Right. I'm imagining that that's sort of an easy thing. That's a lot like my bracelets. I know that there is anywhere from 20 to 22 knots from the top point to the center. Um, it would be more if you were counting it the way that like Rainbow does her rows. Rainbow, or not Rainbow, Minute Craft counts her rows that each one is a single, but I count in a straight down like one knot on top of the other knot, which is sort of half the numbers. So yeah. Confused o'clock. Yeah, it's almost time for some adult beverages. I haven't had an adult beverage in some time. To be honest, with my new meds, I actually don't know what adult beverages might do. It might just drop me like a. Yeah, I feel a whole lot better after having grabbed the whiteboard. Like, I apologize for everybody for that whole losing my mind for a moment, but it actually really helped get me back on track and knowing that I didn't overdo it or make the little tab things too small. Yeah, so I think I'm a little less likely to come back with a K-pop look. I think if I was going to do one, um, it would probably be more like Twisted or ICP. So yeah, but I don't think I'd be comfortable with the stuff on my face. I think it would, especially with like the way I keep doing this to my nose, it would just be a mess. Oh man, did you just call Phil out like that? Hmm. Yeah, I guess I did. Um, do something for Halloween. I can't think of. I'll look into doing something for Halloween. I hadn't really thought about it. But seeing as how you gave me a whole month to actually think about it, um, I'll see what I can come up with. I don't know. Oh, did you see that some dude is getting prosecuted finally after all these years, like 20 plus years later, um, for the murder of the whatchamacallit, what was the rapper? I have like a different rap in my head and it's not letting me go to the guy that did the LA song. What the hell? Why can't I think of the dude's name? Like I'm serious. Okay, I know I told Mandy about this earlier. What's the guy's name that got shot? Tupac. Jesus, criminy. Yeah, so they're gonna finally prosecute somebody for the murder of Tupac, but it turns out like everybody else that who is a suspect is already dead, like for various reasons, other gang related things. Like there's only like one guy left, so they're like, yep, just charge him with it. And that dude had actually, I don't know how many years ago, not that long ago, basically kind of owned up to the fact that he had been in the car at the time, which is the whole thing. Yeah, which is the whole reason why they're now um, bringing charges against him. Like, oh, you admitted you were there, so you're the dude, and da da da. So yeah, like so weird. Well, most of them died not from natural causes, more like lead poisoning, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and they were pointing out the fact that shooting was a retaliatory thing because the other guy's cousin got beat up at a casino. It's crazy stuff, man. So my little DJ in my ear is like, here's something that one of your favorites. And for the life of me, I have no idea who's playing. What do you mean my favorites? What? Yeah, he's done for. Tupac was loved. So much stuff going on in the news. So like New York just got destroyed by a storm. I guess it was like a hurricane that came in and it wasn't it wasn't like a full on hurricane by the time it hit New York, but it was still a huge storm, hell of a lot of rain, blows in and floods the whole place out. They're having all kinds of problems with the subways and all this stuff. And this is all happening with the looming shutdown of the government. Like that has got to be super bad. Like they're declaring emergency, but the government's gonna be like, "Oh, sorry. we're closed for now because, some people can't seem to play along well with others, and because the orange guy said that, they should close down for a little bit, whatever. Yeah. No, it's not K-pop. It's what is this? It's it's more of that horror rap kind of stuff. I'm not sure who it is. And let's find out who it is. It is it's Scum. It's just weird stuff, man. The bot comes back. Are we safe from the math? Oh, so the weird songs is all about the fact that Spotify now has this new weird thing where it's a digital DJ, which dude's got a pretty enthusiastic voice. I'll give him that. Um, he doesn't know how to say some of the band names, which is pretty hilarious. Because he keeps calling ABK like Avic, which is no, it's anybody killer. It's not Avic. No, don't do that. But yeah. Yeah, see. And I honestly I have no idea how to put the jumper cables to the robot there. Let's see if I can do that. I can check to see if the bot's running from the other side by actually checking the activity feed. That's interesting. So he's sort of working? Yeah, 8 balls on. I don't get it. Don't know. I don't get it. Uh, Now it's playing a song from like, I gotta say this is the 90s. Gotta be the 90s, right? This is Spiderwebs. Could we could in the street and then right to my door. Look at the sun. Doom, doom. Gonna be again the web you're spinning. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider. Message you back. Your likely stories. Leave a message and I'll call you. Kind of giving away what normally happens in the office when nobody's looking. Vacation. I'm halfway tempted. I think there's a way of actually like reporting when there's problems. Wait, how do I do that? Do, 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 do. Unlikely story. Oh, I can actually pause the bot. Okay, but it wasn't. It shouldn't have been paused. Try them now. I just paused them and turned them back on. I rebooted the bot. I didn't know I could do that. I just noticed new buttons. I've never post. I never poked at those. No. The fact it was working earlier, because like I know that there was a problem when I initially went to start the stream. Something went a little goofy. See if there's anything else I can poke at. So it doesn't say there's any new updates. Hmm. I thought there was a way of actually reporting. when something went wrong. But I don't see that anymore. Yeah, I don't understand. Is the other stuff working? Like if you say email or Discord or Instagram or something?
Nope.
Well, that's a problem. How can it see? This doesn't make any sense to me. I can't understand how it can be active enough that that can still work, but the other stuff isn't. This is another one of those drum ones that just get you. Yeah, I honestly can't think of a single way that I could do anything different to get the bot working. Like there is nothing. The thing says I'm live. Like there's an actual circle, or that's bright red around my. I don't know what you call it. It's a little picture of me. I don't know how to make it work. See, it knows I'm talking about him. I don't understand, and I don't see a place. I don't see a place to get help. Oh wait, maybe. That's less than helpful. What's a leaderboard? It must be something. Oh, it's got to be like a Twitch thing. Got it. I wonder how far away we are from including like chat GTP type elements to our regular bot, like giving him a little bit more freedom to sass. There's one more fight about you. I have tried to reboot the page for the stream element, which is where the bot comes from, and that has not fixed it. Um, Rebooting the whole computer would break the stream. Yeah, the all important generic answer of just, restart the thing. I do kind of. There was a lot of good times being a help desk technician. I do have a lot of good memories from it. I have a lot of bad memories, but there were good times. There was, some of the elements kind of scratched part of that ADHD brain of trying to problem solve on the fly and stuff. I kind of like that. It started out being difficult and challenging and whatever, and then I got really good at it, and then I found new ways of making it challenging. Basically, impairment. Oh, in case you guys haven't um like seen it or whatever, I am on uh the new meta thing, the threads. Um so I'm having kind of fun with that one. Like it's sort of a Twitter with less hate. So yeah. Yeah, we did. Well, you were the one that got me into it, Dana. You were the one, you were playing around in like Microsoft chats or something weird and claiming to be at work and stuff, which sounded totally awesome. So then you talked me into applying, and then I ended up actually working there. So that was kind of cool. That seems like a whole lifetime ago, by the way. Like that's, what was that, like 2000? Yeah. I keep looking up because I see something that looks like somebody's made a comment, and it's like, oh no, it's the bot again. Yeah, I'm seriously can see like the end of this thing is coming up real quick, and that's exciting. Oh, cool story, and a bunch of people are going to miss out on this one, but um, I forgot about this. This kind of blew my mind. So we have a 55-gallon fish tank in our living room, and we've had it for running for at least like 5 years now. And at some point there, we decided we were going to go with these stupid, aggressive, mean um, angelfish. And they were great big things. And they came along and they ate up all the guppies and they ate up all the shrimp. And they were the only thing pretty much in the tank, with the exception of like some snails and the little abalone guys or whatever. And so we had them in the tank for like a year and a half or so, right? And like they just they ruled the tank, and they slowly kept killing each other off until there was one, and then he lasted for like quite a while. And he finally died a few weeks back. And we were like, you know what? Let's just get some guppies and we'll get some new shrimp because, the shrimp are cute and the guppies are nice and they just do their thing and whatever. And getting up in the morning and to go feed the fish and stuff, there was an Hermano shrimp, which they're about 2 cm, like an inch, give or take, a little bit, maybe a little bigger than that. But this shrimp that I did not just buy, like the shrimp that I bought are the little tiny ones, like the little 1 cm ones, little teeny tiny red ones. This great big clear thing pops up out of nowhere. It has been hiding for a year and a half from big monstrous fish, somehow smart enough to stay clear of them, and then smart enough to figure out that the big baddies are gone, and he's just been out and about, and you know, I don't know. It just absolutely blows my mind. We have not seen this thing. We assumed it had to be eaten with everything else because it just did not exist for a year and a half. And now he's there. I don't Kind of blows my mind. It's a kind of one of those little happy stories. It's kind of too bad that they don't breed in fresh water. They need like brackish water. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I transferred from the one team to another, and I didn't stay with the tech thing very long after I switched because I went over to work on the Ford program, which was a whole different place, and I hated it. Nothing made sense. There was no the scripts, everything about it, just nothing made sense, and it it was a lot less fun. It was not cool. Yeah, so shrimp are really neat little things to watch running around. They're fun. They're interesting. They pick at everything. They're cute. And Armano shrimp are just that, but bigger. They're like kind of see-through, and they're big. And apparently they're smart. Because the guppies were just dumb as hell. They're like, oh, want to be my friend? Oh, dead. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have this row plus like 3, like one's little square things, and that'll bring us to here, and then we just have one little tiny square over here. So yeah, we are super super close to done with this. So if I haven't mentioned it lately, I really do appreciate you guys all hanging out with me during the live streams. I was recently watching another YouTuber talk about YouTube and their live streams and how um, basically YouTube is not really primed for the whole live stream thing. You pretty much have to know the streamer to even know that they have something going on, and that sometimes like even the notifications to a live stream aren't necessarily all that clear. So it's kind of, yeah. How many rows? Three rows here, and then it gets really small. I don't know. It's not much. I can sort of picture it in my head, but I can't. Some of these strings are really short, which sucks. I don't know why some are so much shorter than the others. They should be relatively all the same length. Don't get it. Okay, so these ones here. Oh wait, I'm way getting excited about it and ended up almost having the whole board slide off the desk. Looked up at the camera and noticed like, oh, that doesn't look right. That's why. Okay, so these three strings come down, and then it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 16 little squares after that. So, hang on. I'm going to quick use the restroom. I will be right back. I am back. I think to make this just a little bit easier on myself, I'm going to rotate it a little bit. So you guys are awfully quiet. When you guys don't chat, then I end up just listening to my music, and it's, it's fun and all, but it's not as much fun as like chatting with you guys. I think I think this week we're doing a bunch of making videos. Like I'm actually going to be making stuff, so that's sort of fun. I was just thinking about your modding stuff. Yeah, the election is 13 months away, for like in the US. Long, long time. The fact that there's like so much stuff brewing up this far out from an actual election is just, it just shows you that America's gone crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that same thing myself. I I honestly I don't understand the whole thing that's going on in America. It doesn't make sense to me. When I was young, there was a certain level of integrity when it came to people who held positions of power. I mean, Nixon stepped down, and as far as I can figure out, the most that dude was doing was recording conversations. I mean, I don't, maybe there was a little bit more to it. I don't really know. But like, if people got caught doing stuff, they just, like, okay, my bad, I'm out. And now you've got people who are openly doing all kinds. You got the dude on the Supreme Court taking money from people who have cases going in front of him, and not just little bits of money. Like, dude was like making bank, made millions and millions of dollars. It doesn't, I don't get it. And nobody seems to be acting like they need to do something about it. Like, to me, that's obviously bad, something that should be done. And I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. And I guess the weird part about that is that's supposed to be the highest court. So where do you take the highest court to court? You know? And that all of his cronies are like, wait, we can do that? We can, and nobody can touch us? Huh. Just don't get it. And you just have these politicians who they're there to try to block anything from happening, including things voting against the the interests of their own constituents. Like, apparently there is, the like Marjorie Taylor Greene and that Bobert girl or whatever have voted 32 times against bills that would have helped the children of their state that they represent. They're voting against it because it comes from somebody on the other team, and they don't want the other team to look like that they're getting credit for this stuff, so they vote against their own. It's terrible. Like, if they cared about the people who elected them and put them into power and did everything they could try to get every dime for those people, you know, because that's what it used to be back in the day. Like, politics was all about, you know, yeah, I pay in a dollar, but I want to get $1.50 back on it, and some other state can suffer and I'll get more money for my people. And now it's like, I don't know. It's they've totally changed everything that they fight for, and none of it makes sense anymore. Nobody's winning. They're trying to like do away with all of like the good programs that used to help people. I don't know. I think I heard this song on one of the other live streams. I like this one. Mama said knock you out. I really wish I could play this music in the stream. We could have a lot of fun with that, but I guarantee you like there would be copyright claims and all kinds of trouble. But it would have been a lot of fun. Like, I would probably do live streams like on the daily if I could like go ahead and go crazy with like music playing and you know be a whole different scene around here. Because most of the music that's not like have the copyright thing is just not fun. Oh, listening to that song where it was sort of like deep, heavy, scratchy voice stuff, just reminded me that have you guys seen that the guy from Aerosmith broke his, what did I tell you that was called? The larynx? Is that, did I say it right?
Hmm.
Yeah. He broke his larynx. Like, holy smokes. That's this was supposed to be like their last tour, and dude breaks his voice box. Like, holy smokes. I mean, granted, the stuff that he used to be able to sing back in the day, like maybe you just don't hit those kind of things when you get older. I don't know. Honestly, I thought he had a court thing going on. Like maybe that's why they're doing a tour, because I know that he's in trouble for like kind of openly talking about the his girlfriend in his memoirs. So yeah, I don't know how that works. The Pixies. I should know who that is. I feel like I know who that is. Okay, what do the Pixies sing? My DJ has changed up the music. It went from like a heavier metal kind of stuff to now it's ZZ Top, which I have to admit that's that kind of a guilty pleasure. I kind of like ZZ Top. All right. 3, 6, 9, 12. Uh-oh. I have another one that's too short, and it's going to be a problem. That's probably why I know him, because 80s is definitely more or less my thing. Um, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. This string is way short. That's going to be a problem. Oh, this is this song I was just talking to the wife about recently. I like this song. I am my own worst enemy. Please tell me. Please tell me why. It's not cool. I swear, the airplane trolley was such a great investment. It has kept all the stuff together in one little place where whenever I suddenly like, oh, I'm going to make a thing, I just go to the trolley and all the stuff I need is right there. It is so awesome. I know it's a little bit ridiculous. I get it. It's a bit over the top, but it's on wheels. I get to drag it around from room to room wherever I need it. The amount of string in it is ridiculous. I don't know if you guys saw the video short, but I just recently got another 950 skeins of floss. Well, okay, so some of that was for minute craft, but the bulk of it was mine. Yeah, the airplane trolley thing is awesome. Like if you haven't seen the video for it, there's a couple of videos. There was when the video when I got it, and then there was like an update video. If you haven't seen those, you should go check those out. It's so crazy. Um, Alibaba, like not even the AliExpress one. It was the actual Alibaba site. Um, and then you get the drawers to go with it. It's got the these kind of drawers, which are awesome. So those the drawers can hold like the loose string. You can fit these things, the things for the string. There's 16 of these in there. There might be room for one more. I don't have one more though. Yeah, it holds a lot. Yeah, you watch the video. It's well, there's a there is a video short of me and the amount of floss that I have, which is it shows all of the totes and all the drawers, which will show you exactly what it can hold. Because that basically I rolled the trolley into the living room, pulled everything out to do the video because somebody posted something from the DMC website where they're like, and I like these colors and I like this colors. I'm like, she's got like two or three trays. Like she has nothing compared to me. Like, so yeah, I'm like, okay, let's show people how insane it is. And the thing is like there was so much that like the majority of people gave up before the video even ended, which the video has an actual funny ending. It really does. I think I called it I've Got Floss if you try searching for it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I've heard of the Pixies. I had to look it up. It was itching that part of the brain. So I just looked it up and they kind of look familiar. I'll have to listen to it later. I'm like really curious now. I'm so confused. I'm like, wait, what the heck are, oh, the crickets. That's cute. That's funny. Yes, everybody's very quiet. Ah, wait. Okay, who sings Mr. Brightside? Is it the Killers? Yeah, I don't know. Hang on. Yes. No, you're right. I had to go look. It is. But that's who's in my ear now. It's so funny because like I really do love so many different kinds of music. Like like this stuff been in my ears this evening has been just absolutely a lot of fun. But like in the 90s, um the stuff that I would hear going to the various bars and dance clubs and stuff was obviously very different. Um I don't listen to a lot of that stuff as much anymore. I don't know why. Like if I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, like bounce around again. But yeah, ooh, I saw. So you're never gonna know the first one. Okay, so the Bruiser Band was the radio station in Detroit had Dick the Bruiser was supposedly this one of the voice of the DJs. It was Dick the Bruiser was a wrestler, and this DJ used to imitate that grumbly voice. So they were going to play at the Pontiac Silverdome, and I think Rat was also playing there. Um, I know Rat was like probably like the biggest name. There's probably a couple others that were playing at the time, but Rat was probably like the biggest name. It was a free concert. You just had to show up in the parking lot. That maybe was the first. My sister forbid me from going. Like totally, like I was listening to the radio station, and when I found out like the Bruiser band was going to be there, um, I was losing my mind. And she's like, don't get any ideas. And from where I lived to it was probably 5 miles, 6 miles, 7 miles. Like it was a hike. Like I could literally go look this up because I remember all the streets and all that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, me and a friend, we were like, hell yeah, let's go do that. And we went and it was awesome. Um, so if you look in YouTube, if you check it out, the Bruiser Band, one of their songs was called Catch a Good High, which was a spoof on another song. I don't remember what the, hang on, pull up another tab. Do, 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 do. Yeah, and the other song was the 96 Beers. So it was Dick the Bruiser Band. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I got the stupid. I got the little record for being there, which is probably like the dead giveaway that I went to the concert, anyways. Um, the Wake Up song, and from yeah, that was 1984. Um, doesn't say. Does it say what the spoof was? Wow, you can actually buy the 45 for, wait, how much? The lowest was $2, the highest is $10. It's worth the $10, man. That's awesome. Yeah, Jim Johnson was the other voice, the other DJ from the morning crew. Oh man. Doesn't say what the spoof the other song was, like the original was, but yeah. Like when you hear it, you'll probably recognize it. Um I went to a boatload of free concerts um in like my 18, 19, 20 year old, well, even maybe a little bit younger than that. I think it started out um okay, so my mom passed away. I lived with a sister. That kind of went sour. Found out I was adopted, went to go live with my natural mom, and then ended up in foster care. And while I was waiting to go into the foster care, they would take us down to Detroit on the weekends, and we would go see whatever live concerts were happening at a place called Hart Plaza, which is like this great big outdoor thing right on the Detroit River. And um, too many names to possibly remember like any of that. And I was young. Um, and some of it was completely like the Afro American Festival, which I was the grain of salt in the pepper shaker because, you know, but I didn't care. It was live music. And um, when I got older and, like 18 or whatever and living on my own, I could take a bus on the weekends for $1 down to Detroit and I could sit around and make bracelets on it's essentially like these great big like steps or whatever that lead down to where you see the band kind of up high and there's like a bowl down below it. And I would sit there and I'd make bracelets and listen to whatever the live music was. The only one I didn't like was the country music one. And I did go down there, like, kind of check it out once or twice. And it's the one where everybody gets stupid drunk and starts picking fights with one another over the dumbest things. And I hated it. And the whole mentality, everything else was just a complete dud. Like, I hated it. Um, but I did see names I saw Cheap Trick. I saw, Funkadelic. I saw all kinds of stuff down there, like just amazing, amazing groups. Cheap Trick was probably like one of the biggest. Cheap Trick, like the whole area was just filled. There was so many people. It was so crazy. Interesting, funny side note. If you look up Hart Plaza in Detroit, you will see that there is, well, I can look this up. I can pull this up for you guys. Do, 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 do. All right. So this is this great big huge fountain down at Hart Plaza. All right. Pretty cool. Show, oh, here's the seating area. So like I said, it's like steps going down and like the band is, oh, you guys can't see it. It's over off to the side. Can I move this? Do, 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 do. So yeah, this is the Hart Plaza thing. It's huge. It's awesome. So let's put this back and check this out. New tab. So this is Singapore. This is Suntech. I don't want the convention center. I want just Suntech. Check out the fountain. Does that not look like this one? It blows my mind. Like this and this are so similar. That's I am 9,000 miles away from the other. And um, yeah, the similarity just absolutely just strikes me as being completely like, wow. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, um, I know that there was crime and stuff down in Detroit when I was younger, and I didn't have shit. I had a clipboard and some string, you know. Like if I got mugged, they weren't getting squat from me unless I sold some bracelets. And even then, like I probably was spending the money on getting something to eat or whatever. But I have no idea what that the scene is like anymore. It could be awesome. It could be the worst. I know that a lot of development happened in the area, and there's a lot of houses that are worth a lot of money. So I suspect that maybe things are better. Maybe I don't know. My my bot DJ said it's not too early for Halloween music and threw on some White Zombie. That's awesome. So yeah, it does kind of blow my mind. Like I've seen a lot in my life. I've been to a lot of things. So many band. I mean, okay, wait, I can think of another big name. Dr. John, Dr. something like that. Yeah, Dr. John. Like there was a jazz thing and I saw him and he was just that dude was pretty wild. Um who else were some of the ones? Oh, in 86 I saw Cinderella open up for Bon Jovi. That's so when I was in the service and I was out in California, I saw the monkeys and the turtles after a Padres game, which I absolutely hated sitting through the baseball game to wait for the concert thing that happened afterwards. But the concert thing was totally worth it. Like just those songs that are like forever classic and stuff. I mean, granted, the Turtles one that got redone because of Shrek, but um, yeah, just awesome stuff. Oh, other similarities between Detroit and Singapore. This is pretty funny. If we're gonna play the Hart Plaza stuffs and all that, can I? Okay, and oops. Okay, just stop. So this is that fountain from Hart Plaza, and if you look over to the side, that's the Renaissance Center, and that big cylinder thing was for the a little while it was the tallest hotel in the world, which is very cool, and it's a cylinder and it's neat and it's fancy and stuff, right? Check this out. This is the hotel that ended up becoming taller than it to take the world record away. And this is here in Singapore. This is Raffles City, which is one of the like the areas I like to go down to in the weekends. And um it's it's a really cool, it's got like a shopping mall down on the bottom, and it's this great big huge cylinder thing. And the similarity is not lost on me. Like it is seriously, they basically copied Detroit's thing and took the world record away from them. I think it's hilarious. Good night, Dana. Sorry, I was excited and yeah. Anyways, yeah. Again, just random weirdness that links where I came from to where I've come to, and I think it's pretty neat. Yeah, I'm so close to being done with this thing. I'm not sure how I so I have to turn this thing inside out to knot it up and to close off the base or whatever. And I'm not sure how easily I can do that in front of the camera, just because the whole muscling it around. Because um, if you've never actually tried to do this, especially when it's like not huge, like the great big ones are a bit easier. Yeah, they can be. Well, the huge ones are much easier. Um, but this size is sort of hard to do. Yeah, there's a bunch of free music that you can go check out here in Singapore. Um, like there is a place called the Esplanade that does like regular events and stuff. Like we've had friends that have performed there. That's always a lot of fun. Um, there's Suntech has a thing on Wednesdays and Fridays where they do music. That's fun. Um, there's a place called Chimes that we used to go to. They were doing these little ukulele event things down there for a little while. That was a lot of fun. So we have 4 rows to left. We are so close. Like I am so stoked about it. You can't see this, but my leg is like doing the jackhammer thing again. So yeah, this means next week we have a whole different project to work on. It's another bag, same size, has a different start to it. Um, trying to think. It's like 4 colors, and they're all sort of pinky purple colors. There, that's the end of that one. Yeah, she'll see it next week. I have to admit, like this bag, if this was just a little bit bigger, um, and able to fit a phone, I would imagine that this would be our friend Rika would have loved this for all of its colors. It is definitely super colorful. I mean, it is absolutely. I could see possibly coming back to this pattern again. Um, Maybe using like a black as the neutral color and then just go completely crazy with the number of colors all the way around it. Like totally try to stretch out the rainbow even more. Yeah, it is super pretty. It is. Yeah, normally, I don't have a thing for like oranges by the greens and stuff, but there's something about the way that it's not just orange and green. It's a color flowing from one side to another. Like there's just this movement going to it that just really I really love it. Yeah, this was Mandy's. Mandy the if you like again other videos and like the video of making the pattern, I was freaked out by this. She picked out it was 8 colors, kind of in a fade with 4 strands of like so there's 8 strands each being a different color and then 4 of this base color. And she was just like, cool, make something with that. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Like this just didn't make, and I slept on it for a few nights, trying to think of like what could I possibly do with it. It didn't make any sense. Like I kind of pictured it maybe coming down in stripes and maybe there's candy stripes or something to it. I didn't know. And then laying in bed, I suddenly had this epiphany of essentially this pattern, and the next day was like all super stoked and like I got to go um shoot the video and see how this pattern works and see if this is even like doable and stuff. And yeah, this is what came from it. So yeah. So this is so lame. I have to actually change a color at the end, but it has to be done. I mean, it's just too short to do anything with it. There's nothing else I can do. Well, oh, I can do something. Hey, wait. I'm smarter than this. Come on. All I got to do is get to the next one because I can change directions. I don't have to go in one straight line. Haha. Yeah, so when we got to the first 2 parts of the diamonds done, what I had pictured in my head was that there would just be one diamond, like how this came down and gave the both sides. And I couldn't see it any other way. Like I knew that that was going to be a thing, but I was like, you know, way ahead of where that actually happens. So um, now that the other thing went through and the third one was down, this little bump out was the last one, and in fact does the thing that I was anticipating. Yeah, black and rainbow is an amazing look. The only thing is that the color black is the hardest string um, to work with. It is absolutely just brutal on the eyes. So yeah. All right. So now I need to take these out. There's okay. So now it's Alice Cooper playing, and that is a Detroiter that I have not got to see. Um, which I really would have. I think I would have really enjoyed seeing Alice Cooper. His shows are supposed to be pretty amazing. All right, so now let's go to this. This is like super intensive. Okay, so now it's sort of inside out. The trick now is to get the tails to go through, which is easier. It's the getting the fabric to roll. So you just shake it out and all that'll come through. Spin the airplane trolley. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Airplane trolley has a little space up at the top, little tiny drawer here that's made for the dry ice, which is perfect for keeping things like scissors. So if you're trying to convince yourself that maybe the trolley is a good idea, it's an awesome idea. It's more than a good idea. It's absolutely brilliant. All right, let's go back to this. Um, I've got like all kinds of stuff apparently in the way. Ta-da. All right. So what my unsuspecting wife has not noticed is that her camera is not on.
Oh,
Do you want to take a guess why, sweetheart?
why?
You're being invited to come over to the office.
But why?
Because this is the part that I hate and it always kills my fingers.
Now I'm making faces that nobody can see.
Which face? What's the face? I don't see the face. We're all waiting for the face. There it is. I love that face. All right, come on over.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll take a ride to the left and slide. It's the dead man or the headless boogie from the Insane Clown Posse, and I'm absolutely just heck yeah. This is some 90s stuff right here, man. You're seeing Joe Bane getting live. You give me the bird. Come on. Okay. How is that so far behind everything else? So now I have to wind up the string that I thought I was going to use when I actually unraveled it, and then, then I had the epiphany. So go figure. So, okay, so it's just past 1. This means the whole bag took 11 hours to get this far. Whatever it takes to get this last, you know, little bit of the knots or whatever. For some reason, whenever I do this, um, it puts it tries to put calluses on parts of my hands that I don't typically tie knots at. And it really, I hate it. I hate it. Um, and for some odd reason, Mandy's really good at it. And two, you have to make sure that you're doing a square knot, which I think has another name to it. Hang on, I'm going to find out. Alternative name for the square knot. Oh, it's also called a reef knot. I have no idea. I don't name these things. Um, but if you don't do the sequence right, you'll end up with a granny knot, which is not a knot, and it won't hold. And I just somehow have to think way too hard to make sure that I do it the right way every time. And that too is not great. I don't know. And how Mandy can do it consistently, I don't know. Well, there you go. I never really I played around with a bit of macrame here and there, but that was not really my thing. Go figure. Like I can do I the massive, stupid, crazy project, a meter, more than a meter and a half wide project. Um, but never really did the macrame thing. Okay. Okay, so first of them is out of the way, and that means I guess we can cut this, right? Oh, right, right. Oh, here, you line it up. I'll give you the scissors. Yeah, so what she's doing is leaving the very center ones together, and then we can cut off all of these, and leaving the center ones because when to make sure that the center is really nice and tight, that's kind of a thing. So, all right, now I need to help her rotate this. Yeah, I can the paracord type ones. I was doing that with like hemp, um, back before the paracord ones came out. I'd make the skinnier little bracelets with the same sort of thing. Um, so yeah, I kind of get the gist of how that all works. Just wasn't okay. Yeah, I remember those. That was the macrame owls. That used to be like super popular in like the 70s. Like everybody had the macrame owl. I'm sure that there's like patterns online. I'm sure if you really wanted to do it, um, that's probably doable. Couldn't think of the name of the song. The music started, and I'm like, oh, I love this one. It's The Offspring. It's Gone Away. So yeah, you can see that this part here is a bit tedious. So there's 96 strings. So that's what, like 48 knots that have to be tied. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, The Offspring, it it kind of felt like they were just like a short-term flavor of the month kind of thing. Like there was just like a hot minute for like I don't know how many years it was that they had like some really great hits, and then I don't know what even happened to like I have a computer. I can look at this stuff up. I guess they were still doing stuff. Something came out in 2000. I don't remember that album, but scissors. And it feels heaven so far. So the trick here is also trying to keep track of what strings you're supposed to be working with and keeping the ones that you're not supposed to be working with out of the way. And then part of my problem with the clip up here is that it's the board is right up at the top part of like the easel and where it kind of is kind of making it so I can't clip very easily. Ha ha ha. Leave it to my wife to find the pun. People often ask whatever happened to them. Well, it was replaced by Adam Willard in 2003. So they had some change up of artists. Oh, but they're still touring. Wow. 2 upcoming concerts in Reno and Vegas. So yeah, go figure. They're still around. There's an Offspring podcast. Go figure. I know that there was a bunch of artists that did the whole podcast thing. I know that like Alice Cooper for a little while, he had like a it was more like a radio station thing that he was doing that got, syndicated around kind of a thing. Because that's sort of interesting, right? Because those people do fascinating stuff, right? Places they've been, people they've seen. I wish there was a way I could snap pictures and show you like, you know, just like take a picture and then put it onto the string. I don't think I have that ability. But I would show you the trolley. Although it's kind of a mess on top. I've let it kind of go. I need to clean that up. Really? The Osbournes? Yeah, Ozzy. I've seen the way he sort of mumbles through. Did you see that Ozzy wants to do another album? He's working on another album supposed to come out in 2024 and wants to go back on tour again. Like, seriously. I don't know if he's just a workaholic or if he just can't wait to get away from the family. Because if you ever watched, he used to have like his TV show and stuff, and like the Mandy's down. Oh wait, I could have brought her phone over. We could have had the Mandy cam from a different angle. That'd have been hilarious. I'm gonna go get it. Oh, no. I know that sound. Nope. That was don't do it. I don't want to sleep on the couch. Sorry. I've become the assistant and I was slipping up there. I had an ADHD moment. Ooh. I'm thinking, why, yeah, it's dead. Why, yeah. Okay. Huh? Yep. Oh, right. Let's see if I can play with the phone and see what I can do with mine. And, yeah. I think I had this figured out. I'm feeling kind of smart at the moment. Give me a chance. This could go south. We'll see. If that's too big. Okay, so this is one side of the trolley, and you can see that I have a little marker on it that tells me that this is the bobbin side. And so when you open it up, the top tray up here is nothing but bobbins, and then these are all my various packs of string for various things. Like I think the third one down is the next bag I'm making, and then you can see a couple of them are marked with the strings that are cut in thirds, the Daiso string, the strings that are cut like that aren't cut, they're the full lengths and that kind of stuff, so that they're all organized. There's various boards on the side for making stuff or photographing, or the whiteboard. The whiteboard actually came from that. And then this is the side of it, and obviously you can see the mess of stuff that's gathered on top. But lots of crazy things going on there, right? And then this is the other side of it, and this side is marked the drawer. And that is because it inside is all the other drawers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when I bought it, we got 8 drawers because you can fit 7 on one side. We put 1 on the other, and that gives us the ability to basically stash everything. The bottom drawer is the neon colors. Up from that is like a kind of a different sort of stash, like the strings were picked to be in a sort of bundle. The one above that has like blacks and whites and some other whatever, and then the rest is just loaded up with colors of things. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Let's go to these. So Mandy's tied off all the little knots there. So all that's left is I got to basically take and twist the ones that are in the middle and turn that into a knot. So hang on a second. I can't really show you what I'm doing. It's like in order for me to get it really nice, it's basically like right in my lap, and I'm not pointing the camera there. Sorry. So now I just take the strands, kind of make sure that this knot that I did in the middle is super tight. Cool. So now we have great big knot in the center part. Yeah, pieces of string flying around all over the place. And now comes the job of trying to turn it back the right way around. And it's this part here that kind of really, it can really try your patience. Like I've somehow hit some kind of an impasse. The inside doesn't want to go. Like if I could just get this one little part to budge, I feel like the whole thing would go. I'm like this far along, but you can see like the middle part is just it's one of those moments where like having a guitar or not guitar, drumstick or something to poke at it. Here we go. It finally kind of went. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll it around a little bit to sort of work out the little stuff. And button. There it is. That is the whole thing. Oh, I have a strap for this. Hang on. Let me grab it. I mean, if we're going to make it that the whole bag was done in the live stream, how can we do it without this? So check out this rope that Mandy made. It's pretty epic. It's pretty long. This is what, a meter? More? More than a meter. So I like to go through each loop in the same direction. I'm like really like super motivated to make sure that I don't change that up. Yeah, it's a great pattern. It really came out well. And it really came out of the fact of that the colors that Mandy picked out, because she doesn't make the bracelets, she picked out colors based on what she thought would be fun or whatever. And she didn't realize that having 4 strands of one color in each one of the things was going to put me in a predicament where I didn't know what to do with it. And then that just turned into an opportunity to come up with something really great. So yeah, I'm very fortunate. So now I'm making sure that the knot that I create in this rope is really nice and pretty. I don't want it to lay funky or weird. And then just tighten that up. Yeah, so the big knot in the center is absolutely, I mean, it takes up space in the middle of the bag, but it really assures that that part, nothing's coming through. It's not going to fall apart. It holds everything together. It's the one area where it has to stay in order to keep the integrity. And that's pretty important to me. I want these things to last a really long time for whoever gets it. So, all right, I will work on some photos for this, and then it can go over to the shop. So, yeah, thank you guys. it's four live streams. This last one has gone longer, but yeah, that's how long it took to make a bag. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters who make all this stuff possible. I can't make these things. I can't make stuff if I don't have string, right? So it's my Patreon supporters who help with the expenses around here. So thank you guys very much. Thanks again for hanging out this late with me. It's been a longer stream than normal, but yeah, pretty cool. I need to open this thing. There we go. Oh, tomorrow for my Patreon supporters, tomorrow is the hangout for it's the first Sunday of the month, which go figure, like that never happens that Sunday is the first, right? But this time it did. So yeah, we'll do that. And I think that's everything. Good night, guys. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.